there is a kind of ache in the Old Testament. I think one of the ways I think about that is this litany you'll often see, and he died, and he died, and he died, and he died. And how none of the heroes, you might say, are ever good enough. Moses, man after God's own heart, and he fails. He can't go in the promised land. David, man after God's own heart, and he fails. He's not good enough. Solomon, man who, builds the temple, man of peace, man of great wisdom, and he fails. And so there's something in the Old Testament that is always a kind of, from the human end, it is an ache for Christ. It is an ache. It is, Lord, come and save us. Lord, come and be with us. Lord, come through. You've promised such wonderful things, and you must come through for us. And so the Old Testament, in all of its, you might say, existential richness of human life, yet is always driving to this Christ who is the fulfillment of every promise that God makes, of every characteristic of God. You think of how when God says that the blessing of Aaron to the children of Israel, that the Lord bless you. Well, it's Christ in whom that blessing comes. The Lord keep you. It's Christ who's the shepherd who keeps us. The Lord make his face shine on you. It's Christ who is the bright shining face of the mercy of God. The Lord be gracious to you. It's Christ who is the bringer of grace. And so all the promises of God are always pointing to Christ. And then there's a hymn, a Christmas carol. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. At a little town of Bethlehem. And that's no children's Christmas carol. There's this convergence, you might say, between those objective, dramatic, life-giving promises of God, and then the brokenness, heartache, longing, good intentions that can never quite be fulfilled of man. And they meet in Jesus Christ, and they meet in the New Testament. So the New Testament is richer, it's more personal, we know more, we see how it plays out. But every seed of the New Testament is there in the Old. And we'll give one particular, we're familiar with Ephesians 1, every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places in Christ Jesus. But when you read Psalm 103, you see the seeds of every one of the blessings that is there in Ephesians 1. The fatherhood of God, the forgiveness of our iniquities, redeeming our life from the pit, the crowning us with blessing and with life, steadfast love and mercies, the fact that there's joy, worship, adoration, and blessing. And Ephesians 1 is joy, adoration, blessing, honor to God. So the New Testament, it's that old saying, the new is in the old concealed, the old in the new revealed. I mean, it's one of those sayings that is so vibrantly true. And Christians who, I'll leave with this pitch. I mean, Christians who leave the Old Testament as a dusty old book that they don't get to know are missing a revelation of the living God in his relationship with us. There are riches there.